Alright, so this is a story time about let's start that over. This is a story time about when my manager low-key, high-key took me out on a date and I didn't know. Now you're probably wondering how you didn't know. I'm gonna get into it. So I had just when I was working at this place, I had just started working there, and every day, and keep in mind I had just turned 21 like a few weeks prior to when I started working here. Keep in mind that, right? And my boss at the time, the boss that I'm talking about, we're just gonna name him Gray because he had gray hair. Let's just keep it simple. We're gonna name him Gray. So every day I would come to work, Gray would compliment me and be like, "Oh, you look so nice. You go, girl." This and that, like hyping me up, like I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, okay, oh, thank you. He's like, "Oh, you always look so nice and always so put together and this and that." Like, "Oh, thank you." Not really paying too much mind to it. And he was a very like happy, super flamboyant man. Like he was very boisterous as well and very I just feel like he just lived a colorful life. Like not in the sense of like in a bad way, because anybody could live a colorful life. Like literally anybody. It depends on how you see the word. But he was just so fun and vibrant, and I just didn't think he was attracted to me. I wasn't thinking that like at all, like not even remotely. And even if it wasn't that threw me off, like the age thing, huh? And not even just that. We work. You're my manager. Anyway, so this one day, so we had to work like one Saturday every month. This was the Saturday I had to work. So I came there, I'm here, and then there's this like couple at our job. They're a couple, but they work there. And he's like, "Hey, like, you guys and me and Skyy, like, we should go for like some go for dinner or go for lunch after work or whatever." That's when obviously, right? I should have known, but I grew up sheltered, so just give me some grace. Like I didn't know. I had to figure out a lot of these things on my own, but it's all right. Like freshly 21. And I'll get into a story about that another time, about my childhood and all that, but I'm not ready for that yet. But yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, woo." So I'm thinking on some like, work culture, how you see in the movies, and not even just in the movies and TV, or you just hear about it, like people who have like a good work culture and they go out and do events, and it makes it a little fun. It makes it like, okay, yeah, I work here, but we do fun things. And I've had other jobs where there were events, and I got story times for that too. I do, but that's a whole nother story. I'm glad I did this video because now it's got me thinking. Yeah, y'all gonna get a lot of videos. Hope you don't get tired of me. But yeah, so my dumbass, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go after work." They let us go home early because the calls were slow. So I went home. He's like, "Yeah, like I'm gonna text you and I'm gonna come pick you up." Woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, "All right," thinking like it's gonna be four of us and bonding at work. Well, not at work, outside of work, but for the sake of work, right? Boy, was I wrong. And my mom was like, "You sure you want to go? Like, you sure you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, girl, he ain't worried about me. He don't like me like that. Like, I don't. She was like, "Okay." And then she was going to work, so she went to work. And then he comes, he meets my mom, whatever, because she was going outside to go to work at the same time. So he takes me to Hot Pot, like a hot pot place where like you pick out the things and you cook it in the pot. First time I went there, I never went there again. And it was like within my area. So we went, right? Mind you, this man lived in Broward. So if you're from Florida, like I live in Palm Beach, he lived in Broward. So I mean, it's not that far. I might even cut this out because, but anyway, yeah. So I was like, oh, like whatever. I get in the car, plays music. It's cool for like the first 5 seconds until it's not. So this man is like driving out of my neighborhood, and even this just makes me freeze up still. Yeah, I gotta heal that, cause like, whoa. And like he starts rubbing on my thigh. And I'm like, hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, what you got going on? Just rubbing on my thigh, rubbing on my thigh. So I freeze up. Like, at this time, like, when things would happen, like, I would get scared and freeze up and not know what to do. But now I'm not fucking. Get the fuck off me. Like, the fuck? Anyway, this was my first time in something like this. Like, I've never been in a situation like this before. So please give me some grace. But, like, OMG. So I'm like, all right. So I'm freaking out and I'm moving, like trying to say like, hey, can you like get off of me? Then he starts talking about, oh, how he loves my skin color and how he used to have a best friend who was Jamaican like me, and she passed away and she was like an older lady. And not that it matters, but this was a Caucasian male. A Caucasian male. And of course I'm black, duh, you can see that. But not that that matters, but well, it does for the context, because you're gonna be like, huh? Like what? Like, huh? So yeah, and he's like, yeah, like I just love black women. Especially, and he was like, especially young ones, like, oh, your youth. Something about my youth and how these young boys, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to handle women, especially one like me. And like by this point, we're at the dinner, right? So when we get in here, because I skipped some steps, but when we get into this place where we eventually have this conversation I just brought up, everybody in that bit was looking at me crazy. They were like, what the fuck you doing with this old man? And honestly, I was looking at them kind of like, just help me. I don't know. I thought I knew. I thought we was finna kiki and be too. I thought we was finna check out dudes together. Like, that's part of the reason why I was excited. I'm like, ooh, cool. Like, because, at that time, sometimes with female friends, especially the ones I had to cut off, it was a rough time. And, like, I couldn't find, like, a real, genuine, true friend. So I was like, fuck it. And, like, sometimes I did have cool or close relationships with guys, but you gotta be careful with that, because you ain't trying to have that look and you don't want to be around that many. Well, hey, you might want to, but me personally, no. So honestly, I keep it solo. Like, I don't really fuck with nobody like that. But I want that to change. Like, I want to make sure of male friends, female friends, even or healthy amount, like not too much of the other. Like, meet people. Anyway, but we all know why it's not a good look. Because then sometimes with friendships, it gets complicated, and somebody starts liking the other person, or even if they're not liking that person, they start to want to do stuff, and it's just like, But anyway, the point being, I'm thinking, oh, like we could like look at dudes together. So like I was okay excited. Like, yeah, bitch, I was wrong. Bitch, he was looking at me, and bitch, I was looking at the door because I was trying to go home. And anyway, they're all looking at me crazy. So we sit down. They're like, okay, you could go up, go get your stuff. So at the point where he's talking about the Jamaican woman, my skin color, all of that, this man starts to try to feed me. And I'm just looking around the restaurant like, can y'all help me? They don't know. They're like, girl, you came here with him. What you mean help me? And then after that, I was just like ready to go. So I kind of just was like, yeah, like, I'm not hungry anymore. Like, I'm ready to go. Then he was like asking me about if I like older men, and could I see myself with an older man like him? And he was like, we're not at work. He's like, forget that work shit. Like, this is just me and you. Like, don't think of me as your boss. Like, right? And then, like, oh my gosh. So when it's time to go, bitch, how the fuck we end up at the beach? Oh, that wasn't long. Because at that point, I was like, fuck this shit. We was at the beach. Tell me why this man, he was holding my hand. He was trying to hold my hand. Girl, boy, when I tell you I moved it, I was like, I was like, oh, I texted my brother. I was like, yo, call me. And then he called me. He was like, is everything okay? I'm like, hey, like, like I'm coming home, like I try to play it off like so I could get the fuck out of Dodge and get the fuck out of there. He was like, oh, you gotta go, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. So then I get in the car. He's like, oh, you wanna drive? I'm like, nigga, no. Or maybe I should have. I don't fucking know. But I was like, no, just please take me home. I just want to go home. Yeah, yeah. And then he started talking to me and was like, do you smoke weed? He was like, I smoke weed and I got a really good guy. And basically the man was trying to smoke weed with me. And I'm like, no, oh no, yeah, no, I don't smoke weed. No, can you just take me home? So he took me home and he told me have a good night. He tried to kiss me on the cheek and I just got the car. And after that, when that Monday came, didn't go to work. I couldn't. Oh my goodness, I couldn't. I said I had migraines, so I missed the day. And then the day after that, I came. And bitch, it was so awkward. And he knew he fucked up too. Ooh, he knew he fucked up, bitch. He couldn't look me in the motherfucking eye. Cause he's like, ooh, I made this awkward for you, huh? I shouldn't have did that, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And then I just eventually just stopped coming. And then he was the one to text me to be like, oh, I wish you the best, but you know, we're gonna have to let you go. Bitch, I didn't give a fuck. I was healing from the trauma I experienced and subjected myself to for whatever fucking reason. But yeah, that's the story time of when my manager tried to get with me. And yeah, I hope y'all go like in the comments. Don't like come for me because I didn't know. So I mean, it was a learning experience, bitch. I learned quick. I'll tell you that. I ain't never did no dumb shit like that before again. Hell no. But thank you for watching my channel. I hope this brought you at least a little bit of laughter. And if you can relate, put down in the comments. Love y'all. Ciao.